Well, hello everybody. It's Saturday one more time once again, and glory, holy moly. Look at this, we are on the 2-0. I don't like this 2 at all. Instantly we will start that over. Nope, nope, no good. 2. That's good enough. We're on number 2-0. That's a lot of times. 20 Saturdays in a row. Wow, it's some kind of record. And today we're talking about what happened to Monday versus Martian Child. So let us look at the drawing board and be reminded what is the what happened to Monday. This is what happened to Monday. You remember this champion of movies? Wow, so much action times. The Lord Business Creature and the no having of the babies and the burning. Wow. But that's not today. Today we're going to talk about this guy here, who is called a blank copy because we have not drawn it yet. We're talking about Martian Child by the director is this guy person. I don't know how to say that either. I'm not good at English. Let's try to draw this. Martian Child is about a guy, he is having a sad time start right away for him. He's having sad time start. Here he is. Wow, you see red because he is sad, and he's standing here at this gravestone, and because his wife is being died. Oh no, very sad. And then he is talking instantly with another. Wow, look at the size of that head. That's not normal. That will be his girlfriend. That is very, very obvious from the very start of the movie is going to be his girlfriend. Let's give them faces. All the time we are forgetting to put them all full faces. Let's give this guy a face while he is actually at the gravestone. So let's just turn this upside down for temporary. That now it looks like a blue mustache. But then she is having a face, and she is uncertain apparently. But they leave the gravestone and they continue the movie. So I don't know. The whole movie is not really about the gravestone. So let's just get rid of that. Why not? We're already starting off fresh with a new copy. So, this guy here, his name is David, and he goes and he is like, you know what, my wife, before she died, she was wanting to adopt a baby. So maybe I will do this, and through that, maybe my life will be cured, or something like that. So he is adopting this little boy, who is initially, he's living in this box here, because he's afraid of the sun or something, and he's super weird. But really, it's not that he is weird, it is that he is being, discarded by the society, he feels like, maybe. I don't know the science behind it, but this box is brown. Just pretend that this is all brown. It's a cardboard box. It's not a box made out of blueness. It's a cardboard box. Let's just color for a little bit here. This is beautiful. This is not even brown. It's more like a salmony brown. And you know what? He can't be seen because he's inside the box. There you go. But of course, because this guy here, this blue guy, this is actually Mr. John Cusack who is playing David. So you know what's going to happen. It is going to end up well because it's not a story about it's Cusack. This is not Billy Bob Thornton version of this movie. So he's not going to adopt and swear at his children. He's going to be a good person in this movie. So, he is finally convinced the boy to tip over his box and get out. And give him sun lotion and sunglasses here. There you go. That looked like an alien. Oh well. He is having the crazy hairs. And this kid, you know what? He is claiming that. Let's just put his bubble here. He says, "Hi, I am from the Mars." Mars. That is ugly. Let's start over again. It's horrible. Why do we do this? Why do we scribble so many times? So the boy here, he is having lots of awkward situation. He thinks he is from Mars. He has to wear a weight belt so that he doesn't fly away. And the entire movie, I must say that I really wanted him to be from Mars. Spoiler alerts, if you have not watched movies that I am watching, you should watch them before you watch this, because then I don't want to spoil anything. But the whole time, I really wanted this kid to be coming from the Mars and actually being from the Red Planet. It would have made it interesting the Red Planet would have been more interesting. But you know, it is a standard story of a kid who needs help, unfortunately. So I think this movie was actually, this is what I would say is the movie as a whole. Let's just draw this, what I think the movie is here. Can you guess what this is? Let's see. Maybe if I keep drawing you can guess. Will you be able to guess? What is this that I am drawing here? What is it? It is not looking beautiful, but it is... What is it, you think? Well, it is a piece of corn. This is corn, believe it or not, and I think that this movie is a lot of having the corns inside of it, because you know, even the music is corny. You know that this is going to be there. You know who the girlfriend is going to be. You know that the kid will be good at the end. You know that everything that's going to happen when you start watching the movie, and nothing unexpected ever happens. Not really. So, yes, this movie was very corny. I will say that. But, you know, if you are the person who is having any kind of heart whatsoever in your body, you might still have a little bit of teary drips when your face reaches the conclusion of the movie. Well, that's what happened to me, because I have one of those hearts, and I have reaching the tears at the very end of the movie. It's not a bad movie, but, you know, not going to win any awards. Not for me, because so much corn. So much of this corn. If they added the Mars into the corn and made the corn from the Mars, and then took the corn and gave it to the kid, and then the kid gave the corn into the man's brain, and the man's brain became alien, this movie would have been much more interesting. But instead, it's just sad boy who becomes happy, you know? That sums it up. Let's get a new layer, why not? So you have sad boy here, no, not feeling good, rejected from society. John Cusack shows up here, there he is. He pets the boy for a while on the head, like a good father pats him and actually gives him Lucky Charms. And then suddenly the boy is this guy here, who is super happy. Yes? And he's become a society person. Yay! Successful rehabilitation. No big deal. No big deal at all. Now there was an unexpected performance for me from this lady Amanda Peet, because she has often many time in many movies become very nasty lady and very angry and very aggressive. But in this movie she was normal, and it was very refreshing to see. Thank you, Amanda Peet, for being a normal person in this movie, because, well, you are much more attractive this way. And great jobs to everyone in this movie. There was not any bad actings. The actings was okay, but I would not say it was funny, and I would also not say that it was a great movie. Very much corny, and now this looks like a man holding a kid's head. We cannot have that. Let's give you the body here. That would have been horrible if this movie was I'm holding a kid's head in his hand. Terrible. What have I just done to his arm? It is now bloated. Looks like an arm from Infinity or something. That's horrible. Well, let's get down with it. Let's get to the Hall of Champions. There you go. Mr. Bobby Coleman is the actual kid in this movie. He has done great job for being a kid. I do not know how these child actors are able to do this, but good job for you, Bobby Coleman, as the child in this movie. You did a great job, and you played the role perfectly. So you get the cheers from me and from everyone. Yeah. Good job, Bobby Coleman. Yeah. Couple more cheers, why not? Hello, let's play another cheer on you. Yeah. What? Can we do another? Yeah. I just like the button, I'm sorry. So let's just do the lines then. Why not? Gabe, Tommy, Julius. You guys have all seen the lines before. You don't need to see this again. The only thing that we need to do is have Antonio teleport. Let's just skip right to the punches. Why not? He's going to teleport, and he's going to show up over here somewhere, and then his lines are gonna pop out because Antonio was in this movie here. That's really what we are all boiling it down. That is the horrible, most horrible arrow. We must fix this. We must make it beautiful. That's better. Yes, you know, all these people did movies. I should stop doing the lines, shouldn't I? Antonio was in Antamatama, but who cares? We are already past this. Nobody won any awards today. Numi, you're still on top. Tommy Warkola, you're still on top. And what happened to Monday? You are still on top, but we have one more thing to do, don't we, peoples? This is episode number 20. So we are going to look back in the history books. Cue the effect here, and this right here, this, let me see, let's pick a color here. This color here will mean, hello, signal to me in the post-production to make a way back machine. We are going back into the past. This is happening right now. Of all of the past movies that we have done. Wow. So once again, of course, you had this one, which was the current champion. What happened to Monday? Well, what happened to it? We don't know. But it is the current champion. But let's really quickly recap all the other movies that we have done. Quickly. This was Infinite. Wow, you had the guys with the shouting in the toilet because the movie was horrible, and they slipstreamed, and they shook, and the world, and they teleporting, and the primordial ooze. And then you had the Case for Christ, where the person was become religious, became Christian, and then the person didn't like that he had become religious, had a big red mustache, and he was a reporter, and then he became a Christian at the end. Great chimes for everyone. And then there was Infinity Chamber, you know, where he was stuck inside of the prison, and Hal was there, and then there was a lady who was confused, and there was a picture, and there was a guy with guns shooting at the guy with the gun, apparently. Remember that? And then you had Atma with Antonio Banderas, and there was the robot, and there was the years of the 3 million times into the future, and the robots wanted to escape into the radiation zone. Great job. And then there was Taking Earth, horrible movie, where the acting was just not good, and the effects were all over the place, and there was angriness, and there was spaceships. Wow, confusing. Then there was Aeon Flux. What happened on this video? Nobody can understand this, but this was actually a very entertaining movie. Almost could be winning of the awards, but not quite. What are these leaves? You'll have to watch that episode to find out. Then we had the Polka King, where Jack Black was a singing guy, and he was singing about the polka, and he was making bad financial decisions. And then you had Radius. Wow, look at Radius. Stand in the middle, don't go away because someone might die. Oh no. And then you had the Cloverfield Paradox, where the spaceship was going crazy, and there was rifts in space, and they ruined everything, and the arms were crawling around the spaceship. And then you had the Pottersville, where the guys were the furries, and he was drinking, and he became the Bigfoot, or something like that, or werewolf. I don't know, I forget. Then there was the Bright, and then the Bright was about the guy with the brains, and the little brains. Bright was just a movie about Kung Fu Ninja vampires or something like that. And then you had The Vault. The Vault was a movie about, it looked like it was about the hijacking, but then it turned out to not be a hijacking, it turned into be an indestructible ghost or something, which was horrible. Then you had Other Life, where the lady was putting the black ink into their eyes, and then they became living 1 minute, but it was in real life, but in their minds it felt like 4 billion minutes. And then you had the Bushwick. Bushwick was, the grandma was breathing. You could see her breathing, but she was supposed to be dead. But it was post-apocalyptic. Everyone dies. And then you had Stasis. Wow. Stasis had all these explosions, and then it was post-apocalyptic kind of, they were transporting into other people's bodies into the past that had just died. I'm running out of breath here. But that's okay, because we're almost done. The Big Short. I must get a little breath here. The Big Short was just about money, and, people getting rich off of people getting poor type deal. It was about money. I didn't like it. Then you had Alien Arrival. Well, 3 movies in 1 movie. You had Mad Max, and then you had the Desert Survival movie, and then you had this weird alien that was very strange. That was 3 movies, and they were all terrible. And then you had El Bar with Jaime Ordonez jumping into a hole, and a bunch of people being shot, and the lady escaping. Very predictable, but very interesting performance. And that is the sum up of the last 20 episodes. Wow. I am actually out of breath. Let's look at these really quickly. Wow. Look at all this. This art is priceless for me. But all of that leads up to still, this movie is still the champion. What happened to Monday? Wow. Let's get on with it, because we are running along too fastly now. And I have needing of the oxygens in my bodies. Let's get rid of the drawings and find out what's gonna happen next week. Wow. Nobody wins, so what happened to Monday is still on top. New bottom dog. Sorry, Martian Child. Great movie, you should watch it once. I would not recommend that you not watch it. I would recommend that you do watch it. But it's not going to win awards for me. It's goodbye. Now the new movie is going to be called Moon. That's a very short word. We're going to watch Moon next week. Come back and visit after you have watched this movie, and we'll have great times together. And you can add to the lore of, I don't know, whatever. What did you think of this episode here, Hal?
10.
You give it a 10? Is that for real?
2 out of 5 stars.
Now it's 2 out of 5? You can't make up your mind.
Loved it.
Okay, what about you, Hey?
Money.
I don't know why you mentioned that, but what does it mean? I'm not sure exactly what's happening to Hay. He seems to be losing his brain. And Hal gives this either a 10 or a 2 out of 5. I don't know which one it is, but good times for everyone either way. Computer?
Insufficient memory to calculate.
Alrighty then. Computer is of no help either. So, it's good times for everyone. We will watch Moon next week. I hope that you can join us and have happy good times with the drawings with us. Alright, we'll see you then maybe. Or not. You know, it's up to you. It's not like I decide what you're going to do or anything like that.